perfect fit.
Sri Lanka will take on Australia in the third and final T20 of the tour on the 11th of June at the Pallekelle International Cricket Stadium. Australia have already clinched the series 2-0 after comfortable wins in Colombo. The tour started in disastrous fashion for the hosts as they lost the first T20 by 10 wickets, but a strong bowling performance in the second game saw them compete to a much greater extent. In the last game of the series, they would want to take their performances to the next level and at the very least gain some respectability with a win to complete a 2-1 scoreline. The venue in Pallekelle has been a little more favourable to the hosts in the past as opposed to Kettarama, so Sri Lanka will be hopeful that they will be able to put on a much improved performance in the final game. Sri Lanka's batting will once again come under the microscope after two poor performances in the series so far. The top order clicked in the first game, but on the whole, the batting seems to be lacking that X factor, especially when coming up against quality bowling attacks like that of which Australia possesses. On the bowling front, viewers were left wondering yet again on the role of Chamika Karunaratne in the side. The all-rounder has batted at number 8 and bowled just 2 overs in the series so far. He didn't bowl at all in the second game. It will be interesting to see if the team management look to the bench for this game, with the likes of Nuwanindu Fernando, Lahiru Madhusankar and Ramesh Mendis waiting in the wings for their opportunities. Australia are almost certain to experiment a little in the third game, especially with Mitchell Starc having been ruled out. Sri Lanka may even hope the deadly Josh Hazlewood gets a rest, but the visitors have plenty of options at hand to replace him and still have a strong attack. Leg spinner Mitchell Swepson will be eyeing a spot in the bowling lineup, while Sean Abbott and Josh Inglis will also be raring to go on what is likely to be a much fresher pitch in Pallekelle.
මුළු ලෝකෙම වෙලා උඩු යටි කුරු අපි අල්ලගන්න යන්න පුංචි පුංචි තරු අපිට සෙට් වෙන්න ෆිට වෙන්න විසිතුරු මේ perfect fit එක මාරු Moose, the perfect fit.
Speaking to the media ahead of the third T20, Sri Lanka's assistant coach implied that the team is unlikely to make too many changes to the playing 11, particularly on the batting front. However, we may see a change in the bowling with the extra spinner replacing Karunaratne, who hasn't played much of a role in the team this series. Australia could also make a couple of changes to their lineup, perhaps resting Josh Hazlewood and bringing in placement Sean Abbott or legging Mitchell Swepson into the side. Wanindu Hasaranga will be the main man for Sri Lanka yet again, particularly after his performance in the second game. However, he will need his spin bowling partner Mahesh Theekshana to step up his game significantly if Sri Lanka are to put the visitors under pressure. With the bat, they will hope the top 3 can give the innings the impetus it needs to build a good total on what is expected to be a track that will produce plenty of runs. Australia will look to openers David Warner and Aaron Finch to produce more big runs as they have done so often in the past against Sri Lanka. While on the bowling front, the Quicks will once again be the ones looking to wreak havoc against the home team's batters. Should be fresh with the ODIs also coming up, so we can expect it to favour the batters. Weather forecast suggests there might be some cloud cover on Saturday, but the rains will most likely stay away and a promising full T20 awaits.